I'm Coop. This is a video review of the Orange Modworks Strongarm final stage of the leashed line. Here's the box, pretty standard box. It is a more impressive box than their old boxes, but it is still just a box and I'm never going to see it again after I install these parts. Opening the box, installation guide, too long didn't read, open gun, replace parts, shut gun, bam, done. It's not that difficult, especially the Strongarm, rather simple blaster. This little bag includes your silicone grease and your replacement catch spring and your replacement trigger spring. It is nice that they give you a new trigger spring. I personally like the lighter pull, but if something doesn't work, I'll try out the heavier one, and they also give you the O-ring for the plunger rod, as well as 2 Orange Modworks stickers if you'd like to show your support and stick it on the outside of the gun or on your laptop or whatever. The next component right here is the plunger rod. This is black, obviously, and this is the orange stock one. The back piece functions the same. That's sort of essential for how the Strongarm functions. It actually looks very similar, but it is made out of a stronger plastic, which is nice. It is an upgrade, and it definitely wins badass points compared to the lime green and the translucent blue in the past. Black looks really hardcore, and I personally think it looks awesome. So that looks cool, and that's that. I usually go over the mold lines and such, but you guys are used to Orange Modworks parts. These are top tier replacement parts. Everything is molded almost perfectly. I haven't actually had any problems with these kits or anything like that. The Longshot kit I did have some problems with, but since then I haven't had any problems. The next part in the kit is a new catch. This is again black compared to the stock orange. The mold looks identical. I don't actually see any design differences, but it's supposed to be a stronger plastic. I have never broken a Strongarm catch, and I don't think I ever would, but the most important part to change out is the replacement spring, which they do include in this little package. If you crank up the primary spring, you absolutely have to replace your catch spring, or it's not going to catch, or it might disengage on accident, and you can shoot people when you're not trying to shoot them. And the last component is this primary spring, which is this guy. This actually powers your blaster. And that's the stock one, and that's the new one, so it's pretty beefy. If you get too powerful, it can actually get uncomfortable. I think this is going to be an awesome balance. I have not yet installed this, but I think that's going to be perfect. Just a little bit more power. Honestly, with a Strongarm, it doesn't need much more power. The Elite guns shoot hard as it is. So I already have my Strongarm open. If you don't know how to open them, I do have a tutorial on this blaster if you'd like to do basic modifications. I will not be removing the air restrictor. I will only be swapping out the components so you can see the velocity differences in only the Orange Modworks kit. If you want to do other variables and change those independently, you can absolutely do those, but not in this review. So this is barely lubricated, and I can already feel it has a really tight seal. Stock Strongarm seal is pretty good, but it does have a loose tolerance, and that's usually for usability, to make sure it doesn't jam, to make sure if there's debris in there, some kid dumps it in dirt, it'll still function. This is just running under higher tolerances, so I'm sure that will push out more air, which is awesome. Keep in mind the catch and this are sort of adding components to the most important modification, which is upgrading your spring. So if you only want to do one part out of this kit, buy the kit and just store those other parts, replace the spring and the catch spring, and that's going to give you the most power. So I will reinstall everything with the Orange Modworks kit, just in case you tried to put the Orange Modworks spring on and you're like, it's not going to fit. It does fit, it's just you being silly. Just make sure you're not just trying to put it on. If you put the first loop through here and then hook it around, you can see that, and then you just twist and it'll gently go right on. No problems there. And a assembly tip for the Strongarm, this goes in stock form as well. The little edge here, the little thing at the bottom, goes to the bottom. If you put that on the top, it's not going to prime correctly. And an easy way to get the catch in is to simply slide it in without the spring, get it in place, and if you see that slot there, it's in the Orange Modworks catch and it's in the stock catch, because this is the easiest way to install the catch spring. You just, after it's in place, you shove it into that hole and then it tightens. If you apply an awkward amount of force to this, it will pop back up, but as long as you're not letting it sit there too long and you put the shell back on, it's very easy to just shut with the catch not flying apart, like so. Unmodified Strongarm. 69. Duplicate 69. 70. 69. 68. 63. That's rather consistent. Orange Modworks final stage kit, no other modifications. 84. 81, 85, 88, 86, misfire, whoops, Oh, there's a hole in the dirt. Let's get one more. 87. So as you can see by the chronograph readings, the Orange ModWorks kit does give a good boost to initial velocity in the strong arm. Keep in mind, no other modifications at all were done to this blaster. I simply swapped out the Orange ModWorks parts with the stock parts. I did not remove the air restrictor or improve the flow. Keep in mind, you can enhance the performance of the strong arm a little bit further by increasing the airflow in the air restrictor region. But that's a video in itself because I don't want to distract away from what the Orange ModWorks kit itself is doing. Overall, I'm very happy with the kit. It's very well made. This is the first metal trigger that I actually like. It has a very nice pull. All of the parts work flawlessly together. They did have some problems with the Immortal kit for the long shot, in my opinion. A little shaky on making it work, but this just fits perfectly. It's relatively low cost, especially for its performance gains. If you are the type of person who uses pistols, specifically the strong arm, I'd highly recommend checking out the Orange ModWorks kit for the strong arm. So that's the end of my review and opinion of the Orange ModWorks Final Stage Strong Arm Kit. Again, there's a link in the description box, or you can just go to orangemodworks.com to check out and purchase one of these kits. Thanks for watching.